Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here I have the Bigblue Easy Clip flashing light. So this is a small, low-powered strobe. It's colored. It has 3 different colors, or it comes in 3 different colors, I should specify. This one is only blue, and this is a great way to identify yourself and others in the water during a night dive. So it's not an obtrusive light. It's not going to be sort of blinding people or sort of being really annoying to you. It's just something that you can attach to your regulator, or you can attach it to a certain piece of equipment if you're leaving it somewhere, and it just gently glows behind you. You can either have it as a constant light or as a flash, and that way the battery life lasts a little bit longer. But yeah, it's just a great way to identify people. And because it comes in 3 different colors, you can color code sort of different people in the water, so you can easily identify them. So this is how it arrives in a neat little box. In the top, we have the light itself. I'll show you that in more detail in a second, because in the bottom of the box, you also have a lanyard. Always worth using a lanyard. Even if you're using the clip, just as that sort of bit of redundancy. The world's smallest user manual, because that's all you really need basically for this. Very simple, how the batteries go in, and then how to activate the torch. It's activated just by screwing that top in nice and tight. But then to switch between the continuous and the flash mode, you have to sort of switch it on, switch it off, and switch it back on in quick succession, and that basically tells it to switch between those 2 modes. You also get a couple spare O-rings. These are pre-greased as well, which is quite nice. Double O-ring seal, you'll see in a second. Just a couple spares for whenever they sort of wear out. And a couple of batteries. These are CR 2032s, yeah, 2032 batteries, so you can get them. They're a pretty standard size. So the strobe itself, nice and neat and tidy, sort of rounded top with that opaque finish. You have a sort of attachments point and anchor point down there. So yeah, even if I was sort of using the clip, I'd still use a lanyard just in case. Saying that, the spring itself is pretty powerful. So this is a spring-loaded sort of crocodile clip. As you can see, it's got teeth as well on both sides. So that's really going to grab hold of any material. And the spring is very, very powerful. So you'd have to do some to do that and break those teeth and break that spring. But still, I'd always use a lanyard just in case. Okay, opening it up. So you unscrew this section of the light, and then you pop the batteries in, both of them together. They're in separate bags just so they don't discharge during storage. Batteries go in, and then screw it back together. Make sure there's also, you might be able to see there's a little hair there, so always make sure you get rid of any hair or lint or sort of salt, sand, whatever it is. Make sure those O-rings are always nice and clean. And when you screw it on, you can see this is it in flash mode. I'm actually going to turn this light off for you so you can see it a little bit better. So it just flashes gently blue. If I unscrew it until it switches off and then switch it back on, it turns to constant mode. So as you can see, not particularly obtrusive. That's not going to be distracting anybody or yourself, blinding anyone. It's just something that can glow just sort of very evenly, so that people, when they're kind of looking around, because on a night dive you all kind of look the same. If you've got a little something sort of floating above your tank valve, it just sort of helps you to stand out. So yeah, it's one of those kind of handy gadgets that you can just keep in your kit bag and just sort of attach to yourself when you ever need it. And yeah, it's very simple, self-contained, very easy to get replacement batteries instead of using a single-use glow stick, because they only last for 12, 24 hours or something, and then you have to throw them away. With this, you can use this again and again for all of your night diving adventures. It's definitely worth checking out. There'll be a link down in the description that I have more details on it. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving.